I'll be there in the
as long as
bullpen.
he can get me them seats.
I'm very intrigued. Like, if I could be a eighth man up on the bench.
Fam. Good baseball be big trash. I wouldn't even want to play.
You know what a left-handed pitcher will get?
Nah. I don't know the value of it, but I know an average baseball player is going to get way more.
Dog, if an average baseball player with a reliever, a right-handed reliever, can get 35 mil, 40 mil, the left-handers are worth more because they're so rare.
Yeah.
And if you're good, upwards of 50 million, 60 million, B.
Damn.
Easy. And that's just for one contract.
Dog,
saw for one LP.
I would.
You know what I mean?
I would be in the batting cages right now with my son. And for everything else,
Nah,
I'm invested it all in you.
If you go in too early, you can blow his elbow out, and then you got Tommy John surgery. You blow his.
He young now. He gonna be able to be. He gonna bounce back.
You don't start now. You wait till you're like 13, 14, 15 years old. You start pitching. Then he's a.
He got the plan already in his phone. He know what he's gonna do with it.
You know what I mean? What about you, B? What's good with you?
You know, I'm cooling, man. Ain't nothing.
Ain't nothing? Nigga, it's something.
Nah, I'm chilling, bro.
It's something.
You know, just go to work, study, read the Bible. Pray.
Full of shit.
Yo, what's on the docket, B? Why you gonna lie to the people like that?
If you're gonna waste time, might as well
get
to some
I'm not
important shit.
You reading the Bible now?
Yes.
You discovered you
Brett,
just last week talked about you don't believe in religion. Now you reading the Bible?
Won't he do it?
Huh?
Won't he do it?
You
This
fraud.
guy. Man.
I mean, don't get me wrong, yo. I would love for you to just once just to figure it out, but don't be lying, acting like
I'm not lying. Like I really, you know.
All right, what's the last thing you read?
The last
Putting you
thing?
on the spot.
John's proverb.
Which states what?
Yo, 50's gonna executive produce Pop Smoke.
All right, go ahead, man. Let's start with the docket, man. So 50 starting saying he was on the Breakfast Club talking about a lot of different things. The end of power.
I'm about to say power has to have been brought up.
Yeah. It was. I didn't watch the interview because I haven't watched the end of power yet. So not that I don't know what happened, but still.
Do you guys feel like Pop Smoke's death is kind of overglossed? Like it kind of came and went? Like it didn't resonate, kind of?
Yes and no.
How
yes,
can
because and I mean to cut you off, but yes, because that's just the age we're in.
I know.
And yes, because while he was a up and coming hot artist, he didn't have the longevity and the love, so to speak.
Maybe not
masses.
from our generation,
right,
but
right,
for the
right.
new generation.
But for the generation, yeah. It's like Triple X and all them other niggas. But no, because there's still, like, you got 50 talking about he's going to executive produce. You got all these other people who keep talking about him and stuff like that. So that's my take on it. What about you, B?
To be completely honest, he might have had songs I listened to, but his name wasn't that known to me to the point where when I heard he was dead, I was like, nigga, who?
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. I was like, yo, that's tragic, but I was like, yo, what song did he play that I might have listened to? Like, he was probably on my playlist just because it was the next thing up.
Yeah.
So
but not because you were like typically.
Yeah, and I had the same thing happen when Nip died too. But when I played back his stuff, I mean, he was a bigger name,
right?
Definitely,
he made better music too.
He definitely made good music. So, but it took me noticing that tragic death to actually go to the catalog. But I didn't do that with Pop Smoke. I was like, oh, damn, that's tragic. But it didn't inspire me to, like, oh, let me see what he actually was like playing. I was good. Like, aside from the things that he's known for, I didn't really like have that same feeling.
He was like, damn, fuck, Pop Smoke died? Damn. Yo, you see them new Off-Whites, though? Like,
probably. I probably was trying to place my order, yo.
Nah, but Pop Smoke, the thing with Pop Smoke was he's, I wouldn't say pioneering, but he was definitely in the lead of the new
New York drill,
New York drill sound, right? Like he was like at the forefront. Of
he didn't sound like
he took over from the god Slim Jesus.
Oh, don't. Okay, that's an insult. I feel.
How?
Slim Jesus is not pioneering anything besides trash rap.
All right, bro. Y'all just
don't bring that up.
Slim Jesus.
Slim Jesus had the joint. You don't remember him cocking it?
No, I remember. The one.
And it was not even hot. It was just trending.
It was hot.
It was trending.
It was on repeat in my shit.
Yeah, but it wasn't because it was. I would argue that it was more so trending, just because one, he's a skinny white boy around black people.
And cocking a 9 and shit.
All of that is extra hype. You know that, and I know you're not a fan of hype, so that's surprising that you think that was hot.
No, he was bringing that. He was
letting the song was dope, bro. That song was hot. That song was hot, fam.
I'll play it back if I get a chance to, but I know as soon as I leave here, I'm gonna forget about it.
I'll go to a Slim Jesus show.
Then why he not around no more? Why he ain't bring up another?
Who says he's not?
You heard something else from him lately?
You play that next time when we open up the show.
Okay.
Give me some new Slim Jesus.
I got you. He got
Don't
the
do that.
mixtape out.
I'm not even calling that man Slim G's no more.
Fuck out of here.
What's his real name?
But
Jared.
yeah, but to your point though with Nips, right? Like I was just getting on to Nip when he passed away. Like
I'm not even afraid to admit it.
the marathon, all that shit. So and then I kind of went back and listened to his catalog and shit like that. So just kind of like what you were saying.
I wasn't
but
a fan.
with Pop. you
Before or
went for
after
Nip?
or both?
Either.
Both. I'm not like. See, like I'm not that type of person where like something tragic happened, I gotta go back and like if I didn't listen to you when you were alive, I'm not gonna listen to you when you're gone.
But I mean, I didn't say I felt pressure to. It's more so like I heard maybe one song from him, and then when I heard he died, I was like, damn, that's crazy. But his songs are everywhere around that time because he's so relevant.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, oh, let me just play some old stuff to see if I like it. And I actually did like it.
I did like Victory Lap because Victory Lap
yeah.
wasn't
Victory Lap was
it wasn't like his other music. His other music was real like street. And that was more melodic. Like that reminded me more of like a Rick Ross album opposed to what he used to put out.
Definitely reminded me of Rick
I kind of
Ross.
like that though. Like Rick Ross, he has his moments where I'm like, that's all the vibes that I want. Now, not the heavy, crazy like freestyling. Like he's really just he's a vibe. He's a Maybach music vibe. Literally, that's
Rick
the only thing I
Ross-
can imagine it as.
Ross is my guy, bro.
Yeah, no, Ross is dope sometimes. But that Victory Lap joint was definitely dope. So I definitely went back and checked some of the other shit.
R.I.P.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what else? So yeah, for 50. So 50 was talking about executive producing, finishing the executive producing to finishing up his album, Pop Smoke's album, right? Because apparently Pop Smoke has a couple of songs where he sampled 50 or redid some of 50's joint. So he was just like he got wind that he really looked up to him, and 50 was into the guy too. So he's going ahead and go and executive produce that album.
I'll give you a question. If y'all can choose out of the three people, I won't put Nip in this because Nip is obviously going to win in this discussion or this debate. If you would have put Pop Smoke, X, I'm not a big fan of him, but he's the most relevant person that has passed recently, and Mac Miller. If y'all give them
Who would
one,
we bring back?
If y'all would give them one more album that
Mac Miller.
And why?
Mac Miller was just dope. Like Mac Miller, like his progression and where he was at the time of his passing, it was his rhymes, his music, the ability to craft songs. I'd give it to Mac.
But
Miller.
you just gave Pop Smoke some. You gave him a lot of love too. So
no, I did. But if you're telling me I can only pick one, I'm bringing back Mac.
Mac. I was gonna say the same, but I didn't know if y'all was. I knew y'all was gonna say X because y'all don't fucking listen to people like that.
No, sorry. I don't listen.
Mac or Nip?
I've never liked Triple X 10 times.
I didn't either. That's fair. So. Mac or Nip then?
I'd probably still go with Mac.
I'd switch to Nip.
I would probably still go with Mac just because Mac resonated more with me. You know what I'm saying? Just his music resonated more. Like Mac passing hurt me more than Nip passing.
Because you knew of him more though. But I'm talking about just the music itself.
No,
like
I'm talking about the music itself.
The content that he
music,
might put out in another album. Like if you give him
I related more to Mac's music than I did to Nip's music. Like I'm not a gangbanger. I don't know nothing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't live but on the West Coast before a year. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really live that life or understand that life.
Mad West Coast vibes.
I lived on the East Coast and in the Midwest like my entire life, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
With except for the exception of overseas, but I've like that whole. The whole vibe, that whole mentality, that whole even though Pittsburgh and some shit, is a little different, but just that, the overall, you know what I'm saying? I just felt that more.
What you think, B-Rap?
I don't listen to any of them, so I'm cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not my thing. Like, what you mean?
What? Nothing. I ain't say nothing, B. I'm just like, all right.
Like, I don't listen to them. Like, I don't have an opinion on something I don't listen to, so
that's fair.
Yeah,
I figured it.
Yeah, I'm cool.
So
I'm almost afraid to ask what's your favorite artist.
You just bring the Big L album back. If I got to bring one back, give me another Big L album. Give me a Big L album.
Big L.
Big L.
Oh, you lost me.
Oh my god.
Sorry, bro.
This nigga. Yo.
I'm here for a reason. I'm here to make this shit relevant to the current generation. Y'all here to reminisce on the past.
Oh, now we're reminiscing.
Damn. That's what. Yo, you heard the intro. What? Who else is listening to that doesn't have a 1972?
Soul I know in my entire world, dog. This nigga is the youngest nigga I know with the oldest soul in the world.
Yeah,
I'm like mentally 80, bro.
No, nigga, you older than that.
I mean, like, let's call it what it is. You definitely have. I think Nas is probably the newest artist that you listen to.
All right, bro.
damn.
More. That's
You're not gonna
honestly
defend
facts.
yourself? Like, fight back.
What you mean? I like
That's the newest artist that you've listened
the
to.
newest.
That's the newest artist that you like.
No, I like Griselda. They came out 6 years ago.
You like them
I
enough
like
to,
I like YBN Cordae. He came out 2 years ago. That boy could rap.
All right.
He rap for real, for real.
I mean, a couple of them niggas that rap for real now.
YBN Cordae don't play, bro. Like he really get busy, for real.
So, what's next on the docket, my nigga?
You put on here Meg Thee Stallion not able to release music.
So that's changed, right? So Meg Thee Stallion was in a contract dispute with her label 1501, right?
Oh, that's what that is. I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, 1501, her record label, who she signed to at age 20, I think it was. What she talked about. But apparently in the fine print of some shit, her contract, her record label gets 60% of all her earnings.
60?
Yeah, but peep this. They get 60% of all her earnings, and 40% goes to her. But of that 40%, she's got to pay for producers, engineering, marketing.
So it's on her side of the share.
Yeah, on her side of the share. She's got to pay. She's got to get all that shit. Got to come out of her budget. So if you really think about it, she's getting 10% of the 100% pie.
We'll be raping you, raping
I wish you had that
raping.
drop, man.
That's why.
I wish you had that drop. So
That's why people like to be independent, man.
Take that.
independent shit, she's getting
Tax.
raped. So this goes to our conversation a couple weeks ago about the Mace and the lawyer contract, right?
Well, this kind of reminds me of. Wait, I lost my train of thought. Go continue. Sorry.
Nah, so because a couple weeks ago we were talking about Mace signing away his publishing, and Brett's point was that he should have got a lawyer to read his contract. But the thing is, if you get a lawyer, who's supposed to be on your side. Read the shit. But if you don't understand it, or if they don't
Articulate it
correctly to you, or at the time it's par for the courts, like I was telling him, then how do you know you getting raped? How do you know you getting duped?
Hire a good fucking lawyer.
Well, I mean,
that's
60% of anytime anyone's taking 60% of what you're doing, you don't got to be a genius to figure that out.
No, that's
not right.
Yeah,
like,
that shit.
I don't know.
I'm
I'm trying to figure out how did they disguise that. That's so.
They probably didn't. Honestly,
Yeah, they probably just. All right, that's the issue. I think it's not on the. I say it's on the artist for not being diligent enough and being not persistent, but to analyze what the hell they signing the rights to.
I
or
agree.
signing away the
you,
rights to.
so that's the argument he was making.
I agree.
Right?
As soon as they see money at them, they probably threw them a car and it was like, yo, look at all these incentives, yo.
So
just sign this shit.
So this is what he was saying, right? So you and him got the similar thought process. And
That's real.
now, I agree with you. Like in this day and age, like there's
People
no
just
reason.
they just want to get rich quick.
Or today, yesterday, in the age of the internet, there's no reason for anybody to be getting jerked, right? My point was in Mace's case, right? Because this is what Mace.
Damn, I was just listening to Mace when I got here.
Yeah, so Mace's joint, how he got raped for his publishing, whatever was it, like 18 grand or something?
he got 20 racks.
20 racks for his publishing, right? So he was like, yo, and I'm not going to rehash it, but it was like, yo, Puff did that whole speech at the Grammys or whatever, about giving, uplifting black people and this, that, and Mace went off and said, yo, start with yourself and give me my shit back, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling Bree, I was like, yo, fam, he don't know. If the lawyer that you hire, right, is supposed to be working for you and is working for you, and he's following what is par for the courts at that time, right? If niggas don't know any different, they don't know any different, right?
So you blame it on the lawyer?
I do. He had. I would say he had. I mean, obviously we don't know, but I'm saying he had a lawyer. The way the business was done at that time, it was you give up your publishing at a certain percentage or a certain whatever, and then you get an upfront fee or upfront payment,
One-time payment.
Yeah, an advance. And then you go on with your career,
and that's what I think the artists do. That they don't do business properly. They just want to say, "Yo, who is gonna believe in me and put me on? Whatever y'all put on that paper, I'm good with it as long as I'm not gonna be broke anymore."
But that's just it. You can't say they don't do business properly when the fact is that the one thing that they're thinking of is cool. I'm going to make this. You're going to give me this up front. I'm going to make this on the back end, and I'm going to tour the world. They're not. It's not that they're not doing business properly. Now, maybe yes, right? I'm not. But back then, you can't. You taking a starving kid out of Harlem and saying, "Hey, here's 20 grand. Here's 20 racks. Bomb. And you pay money in your hand, right?"
And that's 20 racks in 96.
And that's 20 racks in 95. 20 racks in 95, 94, 95, because it's like
It's the same inflation
so,
rate. It's not much difference.
So that's really like what?
Probably
like 250,
Probably
maybe?
100. No, about 100.
100 grand? About 100